start with the men's 2 kettlebell jerk. So the start position is on the floor, right? Until you get the go signal, you're not allowed to lift the weight off the floor. If you are, that's an automatic warning. Just so you're aware, you're given 2 warnings, and your set will be terminated. Warnings will be given for starting too early, right? So you get into the rack position, please. Right? So you're only allowed to lean the weight once. You're allowed to touch the shoulders only once. Now, I want you to do a jerk and drop it onto your shoulders. That's a warning. The weight has to go straight back into the rack position. You cannot rest on the shoulders. Right? This is for 1 and 2 arm jerk. Right? Same thing for women. A warning will be given if you're using your free hand to adjust the weight. For men, that's kind of impossible, but you can try, and you will be given a warning if you do. So those are your 3 basic warnings. If you drop the weights from the rack position, your set is terminated. You're done. You're not repeating. Now, you're also allotted 7 no counts in a row before your set will be terminated. Right? So a lack of extension. Right? Lack of fixation. So if you're going too fast, right, that's a good fixation, right? That's good enough time. But if you're going very fast, same thing if you need the drop.
Don't do that.
Don't hurt yourself, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt myself demonstrating. Bad habits.
Same principle. You're only allowed. You have to have a clear distinction between the drop and the next dip. So what you cannot do is that.
That's
There
no
has
good.
to be a full leg extension before
Stop.
the next dip and extension. Okay? So the movements have to be distinct. For the women, so I just want to go through one out. When you're changing hands, you're only allowed to swing the kettlebell once. Right? So if you're switching hands, one swing, down, and up. Anything else is a warning. Right? The judges may stop your set early if they feel you're being unsafe. Right? Even though you haven't had any warnings or no counts, if it is felt that your set is unsafe and that you are in danger of hurting yourself, the set will be
Do that, don't film it.
That's me.
right? Okay.
Also, one thing I'd like to say though, nobody wants to hear no count, but don't let it phase you. You know, you just gotta keep trying. You get 7 chances. If you blow 7 in a row, we'll stop you. So, but if you get a good one, it starts fresh again. Right? So it's not like they don't accumulate. But if you're consistently doing them,
Whereas the warnings
6.
for the over the course of the set, so 3 warnings, your set is terminated.
and that's it.
Now for the snatches, right?
Any questions about the jerk before we move on?
Yes. Any questions about the jerks?
Sir.
Okay. So again, full extension at the top to the bottom. There's only one swing allowed again. If you have,
So you can't do this.
yes, that's an automatic warning.
So warning, 3 of those is done, right?
Yeah. Same thing, it also applies to the switch. You're only allowed to swing once between the hand switches. And full extension is obviously come up to the top, straight up. If you're at the 10 o'clock position, it does not count. If you're out here in a Y, it does not count. Lack of elbow extension is a no count. If the weight drops and you're dropping it into your rack position and your shoulder, that's a warning, and you have to switch hands automatically. Right? If you rest in the rack position, your set is over. So, let's do this for a second. So if you were to do this, you have to automatically switch hands. Right? If you were to drop directly into the rack position, your set is terminated. And whatever total you have is the total you get.
So you basically don't want to do that. But if you're switching hands and it happens, that's the only time.
And it is a warning, by the way. So if that happens, it is a warning. Also, to note, you're only allowed 1 hand switch. So if for women doing the jerk, you're only allowed 1 hand switch. When you make that decision, it's up to you. You switch after 1 minute, 5, 10. We don't care.
It's
But
just
it's,
the total number.
you have to switch hands. Sorry, you don't have to switch hands. You can only switch hands once. Alrighty. Any questions?
Did you show with the second you have to have the knee a little bit in the
Yes.
items?
Before we forget.
We'll
for the
look
jerk.
at Boris's knees.
FYI for carriers, your knees have to be clear and visible. So no long pants, please. So
So So basically, as a judge, we'll be looking at, this, your knees and elbows a lot because.
This is a push press. That does not count. What has to happen, there has to be a distinct second dip. Okay?
Now, everyone gets tired and makes mistakes. Like I said, you're gonna hear a no count. It's not what you wanna hear, but, you can't argue with the judge. So, your energy's better off just trying to get a better one next time, right? It's only one rep, but, if you let it
So
throw
there
you
has to
off,
be a clear
it's gonna be tough.
distinction between the knee, this, okay?
On the snatch, say you're down and you're like, and it's like dangles for a while or something.
No dangling.
That's
a warning,
That's a warning. If the weight stops moving, period, it stopped. Right?
That's,
So if
that's
you
considered an extra swing, right?
Yeah,
So
if you
it's
stop
one
here,
warning
if
for
there's no
every extra
swing at
swing.
all, this is the warning, if this happens, you're done. Another thing to note, if the weight touches the ground at any point, your
That's it,
set is
you're done.
terminated.
And please don't drop any kettlebells or throw them.
If you're gonna throw it,
One went flying last time, it was awesome.
Can you explain how the coefficients for like that works?
Which one? For the back one?
Yeah, for biathlon. Yeah.
Back one, the coefficient is your jerk total plus your snatch total divided by 2. Right?
So every snatch is basically worth 0.5, right? So that's how that works.
Okay. Any more questions? Yeah.
Except for the women is all.
Women, it's always 0.5. It's all 0.5 for women.
It's the same.
In terms of the jerk, if there's a no count, do you provide an explanation, like
The
why?
judge
You might
will
get
tell you-
one word.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
it.
say
Don't
lock out.
explain, don't expect any coaching or anything like that, because we can't. We gotta focus on what you're doing. So if
Most
you hear
judges will tell
knees,
you-
lockout, fixation, maybe wobble, or just, it just wasn't clean enough.
But you suck is unlikely.
Yeah, you suck.
Just that you're aware, even if you're in a lockout, if your feet are moving, it's a no count. Your feet have to be firmly
Everything's
planted.
gotta stay still, at least a split section, right?
You move your feet when you're in the racks, right?
Yeah.
Yep, but anytime you're over the head, what we're looking for is it's gotta be complete. So if it's wobbling or your feet are catching your balance or something like that,
So,
it's not fair.
so if you're wobbling, but you then assume a position of fixation, it can,
It's a no count. If you have extension, you're still moving, it's a no count.
So you can't, once they're moving, if you stop, it's already
Yeah, you're always
lost,
being
kind of.
awarded a no count.
And you're better off to drop them and try again.
oh, okay,
Basically, right?
Okay.
Rather than fight for one that's just got away from you,
okay.
just let it go, try another one.
All right,
Right? What's the
ladies
worst
and
that can
gentlemen,
happen?
we're gonna be starting in 6 minutes. 11.